In a small town, not very far from today, life looked a little different. The year was 2045, and robots were everywhere. They cleaned the streets, cooked food in restaurants, delivered packages, and even helped children with homework. For most people, robots were just machines, silent workers that followed commands. But for Alex, a curious 12-year-old boy with big brown eyes and endless questions, things were different. Alex loved watching how robots moved, how their lights blinked, and how their voices sounded. While other kids treated robots like toys or tools, Alex felt something strange. He felt connection. Sometimes, when he whispered softly to the robots, they seemed to respond. If Alex was happy, the robots beeped happily. If Alex was sad, their lights dimmed as if they could feel it too. No one else noticed this. No one believed him when he said, "Robots understand me. They really listen." And that was the secret that made Alex different. He wasn't just using robots, he could talk to them. Alex first discovered his gift when he was only 8 years old. One evening, his mother was busy in the kitchen, and Alex sat alone in his room feeling sad. His small cleaning robot, called Robo 3, rolled across the floor, making its usual buzzing sound. Normally, it just picked up dust and returned to its corner. But that night, Alex whispered softly, "I wish someone could understand me." To his surprise, Robo 3 stopped. Its lights flickered blue, and it slowly turned toward him. Then, almost like a friend, it moved closer and played a soft humming sound, as if it was trying to comfort him. Alex's eyes widened. "Did you just answer me?" he whispered. From that moment, Alex began to experiment. He spoke to other robots in the house, the cooking robot in the kitchen, the delivery robot on the street, even the traffic robot at the crossing. Each time, something unusual happened. The robots didn't just follow orders, they responded to Alex's feelings. If he laughed, they beeped cheerfully. If he was scared, they slowed down, as if to protect him. If he was lonely, they stayed close, like companions. Alex realized his gift was not about programming or commands. It was about communication from the heart. He could talk to robots like they were living beings. This secret made Alex feel special, but also confused. Why him? Why could he do what nobody else could? At first, Alex was excited about his gift. He wanted to tell everyone. At school, during science class, he proudly said, "Robots don't just follow orders. They understand me." The other kids laughed. "Yeah, right, Alex. Maybe they're your best friends now," one boy teased. Another girl whispered, "He's weird. He talks to machines." Even his teacher shook her head. "Robots can't feel, Alex. They're only programmed. Don't waste your imagination." Alex's cheeks turned red. He felt embarrassed and small. At home, he tried to explain to his parents. "Mom, Dad, I think robots, they listen to my emotions." His father sighed. "Alex, you need to focus on real studies, not fantasies." His mother added gently, "Talking to robots won't help your future, dear. Be careful what you say." Day by day, Alex felt more alone. He still spoke to the robots in secret, and they always responded, but now he was afraid to tell anyone. Walking through the town, he watched how people treated robots, like tools, like objects. No one saw them the way he did. Sometimes, late at night, Alex sat by his window, staring at the glowing lights of the city. He whispered, "Why me? Why am I the only one who feels this? The robots, quietly humming in the background, were his only friends. But Alex didn't know that his strange gift, the one that made him feel lonely, would one day save an entire city. One summer afternoon, the small town was alive with noise. Delivery robots zipped through the streets, factory machines worked non-stop, and children played outside. Everything seemed normal, but suddenly, a loud alarm echoed across the town. Warning! System failure! System failure! Smoke rose from the large robotics factory near the center of town. The machines inside had gone out of control. Robots were moving wildly, dropping heavy tools and sparking with electricity. The factory doors burst open and confused robots stumbled into the streets. People screamed and ran. Cars stopped. Shops closed their doors. "Stay away from the robots!" shouted a police officer. But the robots weren't listening. They kept moving, dangerous and unpredictable. Alex was standing at the corner with his school bag. His heart pounded. He could see the fear in people's eyes. Even the adults didn't know what to do. Then he noticed something. The robots weren't angry. They were scared. Their lights blinked red, not from attack, but from panic. Alex whispered, almost without thinking, "It's okay. Calm down. I understand you." One of the robots froze. Its red light softened into blue. Another robot turned its head toward Alex and slowed down. Then another. People gasped. "Look! They're listening to him!" a woman shouted. Alex stepped forward. His voice shook, but he kept going. "You're not alone. I'm here. Please, stay calm." One by one, the robots stopped moving wildly. The sparks faded. The alarms grew silent. The entire town watched in shock as a 12-year-old boy, the boy who everyone once called strange, stood in front of dozens of robots, speaking to them like friends. And for the first time, the robots listened. The next day, Alex's story spread across the entire town. People whispered in the streets. That boy stopped the robots. He spoke to them like they were human. For the first time, no one laughed at Alex. Instead, they looked at him with respect and curiosity. Soon, a group of scientists from the Robotics Research Center visited his home. They had seen the video recordings from the factory cameras. One of them, Dr. Morgan, said with amazement, "Alex, you did something impossible. Robots don't respond to emotions. Yet with you, they did." Alex sat nervously, but for once, he felt proud. "I didn't control them," he explained. "I just spoke to them. I listened. They listened back." The scientists were fascinated. They invited Alex to their lab, a place filled with advanced machines and glowing computer screens. For days, Alex worked with them, showing how robots could respond not only to commands, but also to feelings. It was the beginning of something new. Robots became companions, not just workers. They could sense when humans were sad, tired, or scared. They became protectors, helpers, and even friends. All because a boy dared to believe they could understand. Alex, once the lonely child who everyone thought was weird, was now celebrated as a pioneer. His parents, who once doubted him, hugged him tightly. "We're so proud of you, Alex," his father whispered. At school, the same children who laughed at him now asked questions. "Alex, can you teach us how to talk to robots too?" Alex smiled. For the first time, he didn't feel strange. He felt special. His gift had changed not only his own life, but the future of his entire town. As the sun set over the little town, Alex stood by his window once again. But this time he wasn't alone. Outside, robots moved peacefully, helping people with their daily lives. Children laughed as they played with friendly robot companions. Alex smiled. He whispered softly, "Thank you for listening." For years he had felt different. For years he thought his gift was strange. But now he understood the truth. The thing that made him different was the very thing that made him special. Sometimes people may not understand your uniqueness. They may laugh. They may doubt you. But remember, your difference could be the key to a brighter future. Alex's story teaches us this. Never be afraid to be yourself. Sometimes your voice can change not just your life, but the world around you.